Greetings, scholars. I want to take a few moments to talk to you about MLA format for the documented essay. For this paper, you will be required to use MLA formatting for your paper. I'm going to show you some tips in the next couple of videos to get you around formatting for MLA. The first thing we're going to start with is setting up the works cited page, which means we first have to do some research on our topic. So I've given you some sources, and in this video, I just want to cover setting these sources up correctly on the works cited list for you. So let's start. The first thing we're going to do is look at the topic. So the topic for this paper, of course, you're writing on research culture, and you have to do some things. You have to define and explain what cancel culture is. You have to tell me why it's so controversial. The paragraphs that I have here, you have to give definition. You have to give me history, background information on cancel culture. Focus on the effects cancel culture has on society. So I'm looking at section 1 of your paper, and the information that is already on Blackboard for you already covers this information, and you are to use the information. But remember, when you borrow information from a source, you have to document that information correctly on the works cited page. So I want you to pay close attention to formatting for this assignment because you will be penalized for not using correct MLA format. So let's get started. The first thing we need are the articles. So this article that I gave you does a good job of telling you what cancel culture is, giving you definitions of cancel culture, and you need this information. So you have the source, and because I've already given you the source information, the only thing that we need to do here is go down to the end of the article. So if I scroll down to the end of the article, I've already have listed here the full citation in MLA 9th edition format for this source. So you don't have to do any look at any other website to figure out how to do this. So all I want to do, I'm going to cancel. I'm going to copy. I said cancel. I'm going to copy the entry. I'm going to copy this entry. I'm going to do a Control C on my computer. That's just Control C. And then what I want to do is open up a blank document. In my blank document, the first thing I want to do is set this document up correctly. So I'm going to go up here across the board, and I'm going to click no spacing. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change this to Times New Roman. I want size 12 because that is standard format. I'm going to center now at the top of my page. I'm going to center works cited. So listen to me carefully. This is a works cited page. Why is this S highlighted? Because you're going to have multiple sources on this page. So once I do this, I'm just going to simply enter. I'm going to enter twice. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure that I hit align left. Make sure that it's off center and it is aligned left. And then what I want to do, I just want to paste, Control V, my source here. Okay. So right now I'm going to leave this alone because I want to get my other two sources, and then we're going to go back and we're going to format this correctly. But the first thing I want you to look at is here, we have no author for this article. It begins with the title. The title begins with a C. The most important thing that you have to remember about a works cited list, one of the most important things you have to remember about a works cited list is that it must be in alphabetical order. I'm going to go now to my second source that I gave you to use for this article. It talks about celebrities being canceled and why we might cancel celebrities. Again, the only thing we want to do to make this easy, scroll down to the bottom of the article. You see the full source citation here. I'm just going to copy. I am going to Control C for copy. That is how I do it. You may do it using something else. I'm going to go back. So here, CA in the alphabet comes before CE. So I'm just going to paste the J. The article actually begins, has authors, and this one is Jobert Allison. So we're going to leave it like this for right now. For right now, we're going to leave it like this. And now I want to go back and I want to pick up my third article. Third article is cancel culture, silencing open debate. That is our background information. This one has an author, breaking. I should have looked at that the first time. So I'm just going to go down here again. I just want to copy the source information. I'm going to do Control C. And I'm going to go back to my works cited page, and the alphabet B comes before C. So I'm going to make sure that breaking is here. Just going to Control V as in Victor, paste. So I have my sources on the works cited list, but I am not done. This is not formatted. This is by no means formatted. So now what I need to do, I need to go back and format. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to just do a select, copy everything, and I want to make sure that I take this out of Arial, and I want to put it in Times New Roman, and I want to put it in size 12. Okay. The next thing I want to do is go in here, and I want to insert. I want to double space. Let's do this. Let's double space first. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna again select everything. I'm going to go in my spacing. I'm going to hit double space. So a works cited list must be double spaced. So not all of my sources are double spaced. The next thing I want to do is look at my titles. So look at this. Titles of articles go into quotation marks. I know that this article begins here and ends here because of the quotation marks. But capitalization. MLA requires that all important words on the title be capitalized, so I'm going to format. I'm going to go back and make sure that all important words in my title are capitalized. Um, Open debate. R is a verb. It should be capitalized. Risk is a noun. So look at this. T is a preposition. To is a preposition. So we do not capitalize prepositions in the title. I do not capitalize the down. I'm going to capitalize the O in opinions. I'm going to capitalize we. Just get the format. So look at this. With is a preposition, but it is the last word in the title. And because it's the last word in the title, it has to be capitalized. So I'm going to go to my next article, which is cancel culture. The C is already capitalized in both cancel and culture, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go to the third article by Allison Joubert. I'm going to make sure that all important words, all verbs, are capitalized. I'm going to capitalize the C in canceled, capitalize the A and R, and the F in forever. So, I see that I did not get all of my everything in Times New Roman, so I'm going to make that correction, size 12. So look at this. Now we have our articles, we have everything on the works cited list, but last thing I need to do is create hanging indentations. So listen to me carefully. Hanging indentations can be created simply in a Word document. So what I want to do is I want to copy my entire source information. Then I'm going to go back up top to paragraph right here. And I'm going to click this box here that says paragraph settings. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to go into special. Right now it's set for none. I'm going to click the box and I'm going to click hanging. Once I click hanging, I'm going to click OK. And once that's done, I should have my hanging indentations. And in this case, one of my sources did not do the hanging indentation. And I think I know why. So I still have to mess with the format. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to just backspace everything to where it should be. And notice that when I backspace, everything was put into the hanging indentation. So again, I'm going to just backspace. In this case, I don't have to backspace. Everything is lined up. So this one, I don't really need this originally published. So I'm going to take it out because it's not necessary for my article. All I need to know is where I got the source information. Again, I'm going to look at this one. I'm going to backspace. I see that it is now correct because, and listen to me, why do I have all of this space here? I have all of this space here because this is considered one single line, and Microsoft Word is not going to let me divide it, right? So it's here. Same thing here. I'm just going to backspace just to fix my format. Again, I'm going to backspace this, but when I hit the space bar, it should line up. And I don't need this originally published as, so I'm just going to delete it. So, hanging indentations. Hanging indentations simply means that what? All of the source information, the first line is on the left margin. Everything else is under here and everything lines up. It looks neat. And we have the beginning of our works cited page set up correctly. Be sure to save this information by clicking here, save, so that you have it. And in the next video, we're going to talk about adding information to your paper that you need for your other sections. So we're going to do the research first before we even start the writing. That's all I have for you in this video. If you have any questions, please email me directly at philip.blackman@aamu.edu. Please do not send me a message through Blackboard. I don't get them all the time. It's just quicker for me to answer my emails. All right. I will see you in the next video.